Greetings, beloved hearts of love's eternal presence. Mother Akasha is with you to acknowledge an inner light, an inner presence that abides within each of you from out of the sanctuary of your hearts. And we can do this by visualizing a tiny golden flame, a great love flame, abiding inside your hearts, and another golden flame at the center of your chest cavity. Visualizing that out of that flame within the chest area comes forth a great inner light that fills the chest cavity. Try, beloved heart, to visualize and feel that inner flame and its light. And together we acknowledge that light as the greater source of love, wisdom, and the power of your own divinity in action in your lives. And imagine that light responding to your love and your acknowledgement as it grows and expands, maturing into a golden sun's presence within you, like a miniature physical sun, its rays of light becoming an internal sunshine that fills your minds, your bodies, and your feeling side of life. Visualize and feel it, precious heart. Imagine rays of light from that inner sun's presence within your chest cavity, flowing out into your world, filling your world with greater light and love. And would you join me in an invocation to life, communing inwardly and quietly, and with a heart filled with gratitude. I acknowledge my own divinity. I love to acknowledge that great love flame of life within my heart. And through that flame, I acknowledge my own higher consciousness, my higher self, that is my own beloved I am God presence. And I love to acknowledge my own beloved presence as the very individualization of Mother, Father, God, a being of absolute perfection and love and the source of everything good that I should ever desire and require. And through the great love flame within me, I come face to face with my own divinity, and I love to call forth more of the light, the love, the wisdom, and the perfection of my own great God presence I am into action in myself, my life, and my world, that I may go forth in this life with all that I should ever require. I call upon my beloved higher self I am to enfold me in the great armor of its light, an armor of light that is invincible protection from any discord in the outer world. And within and with the light of my own presence around me, I go forth in this life, feeling more confident and secure, knowing I am ready to embrace my future. And today, I welcome the presence of the Ascended Host closely in my life. And so too, I love to be in remembrance of the angelic host. And today I have the knowledge of angels, and understand there are many kinds of angels, angels who specialize in many great aspects of life. And even though yet invisible to me, I welcome angelic presence. Beloved angels, angels of the sacred fire, angels of healing, angels of higher purpose and illumination, angels of the music of the higher spheres, angels of purity, peace, and harmony. Blessed angels, descend into my life and be as real to me as is possible at this time. Minister unto me today in a way that you, the angels, know I most require to live a life of spiritual fulfillment and fulfillment of every aspect of my outer life. And I am grateful and love and bless the angels for their service to life. And I conclude by turning my attention back to the great inner light within, and to hold a space open and receptive to the expansion of that inner light as a source of greater enlightenment and guidance in my life. Together, let us welcome moments of silence throughout our day and enjoy the peace of the silence as the light within each of us expands and the beloved angels come to minister unto me several times each day. I am grateful. Deep breath, dear hearts. You are now 4 months into your year 2022. Today, I come to encourage each of you to embrace your future with greater confidence, and to remind you today as to how you might do that. And I begin by reminding you that you are given a mind and a heart, a mind to think and a heart to feel, and how important through your choice that you live from your heart to allow the collaboration between your mind and your heart, and even the restoration of a divine marriage between your heart and mind. For it is through right thinking that you can stimulate the most wonderful feelings. And it is those wonderful feelings that can assist you in the most wonderful type and kind of thinking. And so today, dear heart, as I encourage you to embrace your future with greater confidence, I shall do so by reminding you of something, dear heart, and it is this: that every quality that you should so desire or require to express in your life, every feeling that truly honors you, as you understand that it is the feelings behind that which is your use of your mind, as you show up and use your minds to direct the power of decision and choice-making, realize it is the feelings that are behind those choices that releases your own personal and spiritual power. A kind of personal and spiritual power that assists you to embrace your future with greater confidence. This release of greater personal and spiritual power is also known as your own personal God force called will. The will to be, the will to create, the will to evolve, and to remind yourselves, never let yourself forget that every single quality of divine light and love actually exists within your own feeling side of life. Even when you have those human moments, some days, when you might say to yourself, I certainly don't feel like there's anything divine going on in my emotional body today. Sometimes you can have those kind of emotions, depending upon what you are facing in your life and world. Yet understand, dear hearts, you are all your race. You are all known to us in the great realms of light. We don't refer to you as the human race with all these cultures. We refer to you as one race, the I Am race. You are children of the divine Creator, the universal mind and heart of our universe. And you are creator beings in training, and each of you are endowed to go forth and engage the forces of creation and manifestation itself. This requires each of you to be able to use your feeling body in a magnificent way, even to go forth and create new qualities, new feelings that were not a part of your immaculate divine conception of your original God being. Much like an artist who might create new colors out of a given palette of colors. I would say to you, dear heart, if it takes one lifetime to undo all the falsehoods, all the veils that have been projected into the human mental body, if it takes one lifetime to free yourself of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and all the various belief systems that are projected at humanity through the power of suggestion, if it takes one lifetime to undo all of that, so that the vast oceans of omniscience and omnipresence and omnipotence, which is the true nature of your whole minds and hearts, can be available for your expression on earth, is it not worth any effort and all effort that you take in that life? And I would like to suggest, and I pray in my own being, that you will come into agreement that this is that life. You are living that life now, and each of you awakening are in excellent progress of letting go of all false beliefs you may have held, and oftentimes many of those beliefs were passed down to you. Dear hearts, in encouraging you to embrace this year, 2022, with greater confidence, no matter what is going on out in the world, it is to remind you that every quality you should ever require to live your life fully and to have the greatest fulfillment and success in greater measure in all aspects of your life. It is to not allow yourself to forget that all the qualities and consciousness of divine love, for example, determination, courage, caring, kindness, compassion, etc. All those qualities exist within your feeling side of life, as well as within your own inner individualized consciousness. It is fear, beloved hearts, and its ugly family of hate that becomes clouds of emotions that were not part of your original design, such as emotions of hopelessness and despair. I assure you, were not part of your inner essence, your core essence, when each of you were created long ago as magnificent spiritual beings. And if that is true, that means that somewhere along this vast journey of human life and all the incarnations that people have lived, that these kind of negative emotions may have got a hold of you, a hold of others, and become a part of the emotional body. And when they do, I liken those to dark clouds that really keep the eternal sunshine of your own feeling body from offering up to you into living expression of any quality of divine love and power, so that you so require to accomplish your goals and your own personal evolution. I see that this lifetime is also being given to each of you, not only to realize this and to go about a journey of cleaning up any karma left over from past lives, and realizing that you can cleanse and purge your feeling body so that there are no human clouds of fearful or negative emotions that are keeping the eternal sunshine of the qualities of divine love expressing in you. My goodness, a myriad of inspirational and motivational and spiritual empowerment and healing powers have been presented to each of you over the years. In the past, I have asked you to create a portrait of means and ways that you could overcome difficult emotions and heal them and process them with greater ease by owning those emotions, not ignoring them. And I like to encourage you a remembrance that processing emotions is only required up to the moment that you hold yourself accountable. The moment you can say with all honesty, I hold myself accountable for everything I feel, everything that has taken place in my life. That doesn't mean I always understand it all, but I do hold myself accountable and responsible for my life. I am discovering that one of the greatest gifts that comes with life, free will, and that is choice. That I can even choose how I wish to feel. Beloved hearts, there's a whole charade of human emotions that have spawned from that poisonous viper called fear and hate. And oh yes, I suppose unawakened humankind that is paralyzed with the hypnotic belief in good and evil, I suppose they would have good reason in their own mind in holding on to their vengeance or anger. They have convinced themselves they never know when they're going to have to use that to strike out on someone. But if you choose to believe, to know, to feel that you are an awakened human being, spiritual being, then those negative emotions that you may feel, qualities you know, that if you hold on to them, they become burgeoning clouds within your own emotional body that keep you from experiencing greater happiness, that keeps you from summoning any quality that you know you are going to have to use and express and radiate for a successful, happy life. You know you must embrace the many ways and means to clear those negative emotions from yourself. Therefore, beloved hearts of love, to embrace this year with greater confidence, to embrace your future with greater confidence, I ask you, because I know all of you have done a lot of work already in this area, I ask you to go the extra mile. And you can go the extra mile by being determined and declaring to yourself many times a day, I am my own source of empowerment. I am my own source of empowerment. I am my own source of empowerment. To make that a truth in your life, whether you go to a motivational speaker or whether you listen to my own presence, dear heart, we can encourage you, yet none can empower you but yourself. There are many, and I hope I am included, who can help you, who can guide the way to the place, the space, where each of you are your own source of personal and spiritual empowerment in your life. You have, through your spiritual studies, made contact with the inner presence, with the many spiritual resources available to you from your own inner consciousness, from your own mighty God I Am presence. And you know, beloved hearts, it doesn't mean that you won't have a day from time to time where you feel, I don't feel I can empower myself today. I'm going to have to reach out. I'm going to have to reach out to a friend. I'm going to have to temporarily find something or someone that's going to inspire me again. Because I know to stay in a poisonous space or place of apathy or negative emotions is hurtful to myself. It's just going to create more feelings of struggle. And if I have feelings of struggle within, then I am guaranteed to have an experience and manifestation of limitation reflect back to me. So in all these things, precious hearts, can we also appreciate that every human being who is a part of a collective determination in the world now to awaken and to be a free person in this world, let us remember, you are part of a new collective awakening consciousness. I hope you realize this. I hope you remember that you are not alone in this journey. Today you are amongst millions awakening now in the world. Millions who are healing. Millions who are ready to step out of old social and cultural beliefs and philosophies or religions, and who seek something that begins to make sense to themselves and allows a greater sense of sovereignty and freedom in their earthly lives. All of you awakening in the world today and finding spiritual paths to assist you to do so, you are the future freedom thinkers of this world. You are the way showers, the torch bearers. You've come to change this world. So please, will you remember this? And will you realize that to activate all the feelings that support your journey, sometimes you can write down your plans, you can create goals, you can make resolutions, you can make powerful decisions. But even unto this, I would say that you cannot do so with accuracy and precision. You cannot do so using the vast potential within yourself, using that inner chamber of potential, supporting your decision-making, unless the clouds of human emotions, such as despair, hopelessness, fear, anger, resistance, rejection, unworthiness, undeserving, and on and on. Yes, unless you've cleared these out of your feeling body, and if you're in a place of self-responsibility and accountability, then you can move very quickly into a place in which for you, in so harmonizing your feelings out of life, and so clearing out anything of a negative nature, you are able to come to a place, you are able to say to yourself, I have zero value in holding on to the family of fear and negativity within my feeling body. Could you come to that place? Can you see the sense of it? Then, dear heart, it is for you to look to the inner wisdom that is going to give you the ability to create your reality. And this includes the choice that must come before the experience. And that is to address your values. To say to yourself, I choose zero value in holding on to difficult, painful emotions that hold me back. For how can I aspire to accomplish if I have painful emotions that are holding me back? So I remind myself I have zero value in holding on to any negative quality or emotion. That's a powerful decision that I am making, and therefore I am ready to let go of those kind of things that lessen my ability to show up effectively as a creator being. With this in place, now, precious hearts, you can lean on the higher knowledge that you have a glorious higher self, a magnificent presence that stands above your physical form, that the world knows not. The beloved I Am God presence. And that presence and its consciousness is within you as well. When it was revealed long ago that man is made in the image and likeness of God, the great prophet who revealed this was not speaking of human man, of human beings. This great prophet was speaking of your higher self, your higher individualized I Am consciousness. For it is the very individualization of universal consciousness, of life, the very polarity of light and love, and wisdom and power. In closing my time with you today, precious hearts, I would like to suggest that we have observed that humankind have lived in the peripherals of their consciousness, almost as if they have lived in the outer rims, outer realm of their consciousness. Human beings seem to have lost the ability to connect inwardly with their inner consciousness, an inner consciousness that has not been tainted by the duality of the outer world. And one more source of encouragement, precious hearts, of all reason to keep making every effort to turn within and make contact with your inner God consciousness, and then be in the silence, open and receptive, that your inner God consciousness may flow into greater expression in your minds, your hearts, your life. For I say unto you, beloved hearts, more than you know, more than your personality knows, if there is any aspect of you that knows why you are here in this life, what is your higher purpose? What is it that you've come to do? What is the spectacular inner creative talents that you have not yet unleashed in your life? If there is any aspect of you that knows all of this, it is your own inner consciousness. So never tire of us urging you, take time out, turn within, acknowledge your inner God consciousness, and invite it to speak to you, guide you. It knows the truth of who you are. It knows why you have come into this embodiment. It has all the keys to fulfill a life a remarkable life. So never tire from turning within. Yet understand this, and the importance of my message today. You will have very little success in turning within, making contact with your own wonderful God consciousness, if you are still holding on to negative emotions and qualities. Those negative emotions create a closed door to your own remarkable inner consciousness that knows, that has all the answers. I am Mother Akasha. I love you. And there are many of us in the ascended realms and the angelic realms, that when you so choose, there shall not be one negative quality or emotion acting in you, and you own whatever might be there, and then you become determined to have no value in holding on to those, and you are willing to live presently in the moment, forgive what has been, and forget, for the future is calling you. Then you have so many resources to cleanse and purify your feeling body, purify them with God's great violet purifying flame, illumine them with the golden flame of the Christ, love your feeling body free with the rose-pink flames of the Mother's presence. You have the means. You have the tools. You are a priceless being of universal light and love. The best of you is yet to come. Your future is given you, that the best of you may shine and show up for the most remarkable days moving forward. Beloved hearts of love, I love you. Namaste, namaste, namaste.